Hey everybody, it's your host with the most, Super Green Bay, and today I'm bringing you a versus battle. So today we're putting one of the deadliest entities in anime history, the Gun Devil from Chainsaw Man, against the combined might of the United States military. I recently covered the Gun Devil in my previous video, so please go check that out. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, in this two-part scenario, the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, and Air Force will face off against the Gun Devil, first with no prior knowledge of the threat, and then armed with the information they need to prepare. Can they survive the onslaught of this unstoppable force? Well, let's find out. Before we dive into the scenario, let's quickly recap just how powerful the Gun Devil is. In its initial appearance on November 18th, it killed 1.2 million people across several countries in just 5 minutes. That's an average of 4,000 people per second. It travels at well beyond hypersonic speeds, can fire an endless barrage of bullets, and its presence spreads mass hysteria and fear. Its destruction isn't targeted, it's chaotic, indiscriminate, and nearly instantaneous. For this battle, the US military must face this overwhelming force using conventional tactics and equipment. Will that be enough? Well, let's start with Scenario 1. In Scenario 1, the Gun Devil appears out of nowhere, just like it did on November 18th. The military has no prior knowledge of the Gun Devil, and they're forced to respond as they would to any sudden large-scale attack. The US Army and Marine Corps would likely be the first to respond, sending tanks, infantry, and helicopters to engage. The Air Force would scramble jets, bombers, for immediate air support, and the Navy could deploy naval aircraft or missile strikes from the coast. However, this would likely prove ineffective. The Gun Devil's speed is massively hypersonic, meaning it can move faster than sound, and its destructive capabilities would render most conventional weapons useless. Tanks, helicopters, and soldiers would be obliterated in mere seconds. With bullets flying at speeds and accuracy far beyond human reaction time, the Gun Devil's attacks can pierce through multiple buildings, vehicles, and targets at once, leaving no room for defense. Based on the Gun Devil's initial attack, its bullets can strike with the force of high-caliber rounds, potentially reaching city levels of destruction in a matter of minutes. Its speed at approximately 25 kilometers per second would make it impossible for ground or air forces to keep up. The lack of knowledge about the Gun Devil's abilities would lead to massive casualties in the opening minutes. Airstrikes and missile barrages might be attempted, but the Gun Devil's speed would allow it to dodge or outrun most of these attacks. Given the Gun Devil's wide area destruction, it's unlikely that even nuclear options would be viable, as the military wouldn't have time to coordinate before significant losses occurred. With no way to contain or counter its speed and firepower, the Gun Devil would devastate the military forces. Scenario 1 ends on a total loss for the US military, as they're unprepared for the sheer scale of the threat. However, in Scenario 2, the military now has knowledge of the Gun Devil's abilities. They studied its speed, attack patterns, and destructive power. This gives them the opportunity to develop a strategy to neutralize the threat, but will it be enough? With prior knowledge, the US military would deploy long-range artillery, satellite tracking systems, and specialized teams in an attempt to locate and engage the Gun Devil before it reaches densely populated areas. The Air Force would be critical here, launching high-speed jets equipped with the fastest missiles in their arsenal, potentially including hypersonic missiles to match the Gun Devil's speed. With knowledge of the Gun Devil's immense durability and speed, the military might opt for strategic nuclear strikes. Nuclear weapons, especially ICBMs, would be the military's best chance at neutralizing the threat. With satellites tracking down the Gun Devil's movements, they could potentially coordinate a strike that anticipates its location. An ICBM travels at around 7 kilometers per second, while the Gun Devil moves at 25 kilometers per second. While they could outrun some missiles, a well-coordinated barrage from multiple directions could corner it. However, the effectiveness of nuclear strikes would still be limited, as the Gun Devil has shown the ability to endure massive levels of destruction. But even with this knowledge, the Gun Devil wouldn't be an easy target. In this scenario, the Gun Devil is focused specifically on the military ranches themselves. Its speed and precision would allow it to target key bases, airfields, and command centers, potentially crippling the military's ability to coordinate further strikes. Even with hypersonic missiles and nuclear weapons in play, the military would struggle to land a decisive blow. The Gun Devil's relentless speed and wide area attacks would leave much of the infrastructure in ruins, making continued coordination nearly impossible. So who wins in a battle between the US military and the Gun Devil? In Scenario 1, with no knowledge of the Gun Devil, the military stands little chance and is quickly overwhelmed by its speed and destructive power. In Scenario 2, with preparation and the use of nuclear weapons, they have a better chance of slowing it down or even landing a critical blow. But given the Gun Devil's massive hypersonic speed, durability, and relentless attack patterns, it's unlikely that even the military's full might could bring it down completely. The Gun Devil remains one of the most terrifying threats in the Chainsaw Man universe, and even the most advanced military in the world would struggle to neutralize it. Let us know in the comments what you think. Could the military win with different strategies or weapons? We'd love to hear your response. Or is the Gun Devil just that deadly? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more anime versus battle, power scaling, and character details. I'll see you next time. Peace.